Alright, hello everyone. I don't know, today is Friday. Whatever Friday is. Yeah, move out of the way. Go. Okay, so let me rewind to Monday, the 10th. Okay, so I told you guys that the previous week I did not go to work at all. At all. I felt better, not having the extra pressure of going to work. I was trying to reach out to my psychiatrist, and so yeah, I was trying to reach out to my psychiatrist. He didn't respond to me for a week and a half. So I ended up, you know, letting him know that hey, I didn't go to work all last week and I'm in fear of losing my job. What do you recommend? Now, after a week and a half with this new message I sent him, he messaged me back and he said, basically, don't take yourself away from work. The longer you're away from work, the harder it is to get back. I understand where he's coming from. I totally understand, but so anyways, let me just say this. I went to work. I was there for an hour and a half and I just basically did some training. So I wasn't even on the phones. And, my sister was like, oh, you got this. And I know some of y'all was like, you got this. You're going back full time. You got this, Candace, right? Or even just going back to work. point blank period. Like, I didn't go to work all last week. I didn't have vacation time. As y'all know, if y'all look at my paycheck, your girl made $300 something. And so my break was coming up and I was like, Candace, I'm telling myself, like, I started breaking down crying. I crawled up in the bed with James. He's like, what's wrong, Mom? Now, if y'all know, y'all don't know, I don't like to cry in front of my son. It's not a bad thing, I cry sometimes, but I don't like to cry in front of him, especially when it's just things about myself, And I'm like, I can't do it. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I can't go back to work. And I'm like, do you mind if I quit? He was like, no. Now, he's a kid, okay? I understand that. But at the same time, I want to get him in the process as well because he knows my struggle. He knows my struggle. He understands how it is for me, how much of a fight I have to put up to go to work, how much I say I don't want to go to work. It's not the fact that I don't like my job. I don't mind the phone calls. I don't. But there's just something else inside of me. And he's like, no, if that's what you want to do it, But the reason why I get his input is because the life change it won't affect him much because he doesn't ask for anything. So it's not like, oh, he's always getting big gifts and all of this. No, that's not the case. It's just more or less that, grocery shopping and eating out and all of these things, those things would change. Those things are very, very minor. We've done it without it, certain things. But he was like, no. He's like, I understand. But like, he sees my struggle. Like, man, I like when you work because basically he knows I'm okay. But I'm not okay. I'm not okay. And I'm just like, I'm just at that point, James, where I just can't, I just can't. And he, hugged me, rubbed my back, and He's such a good kid, y'all. My son is the bomb. He's wonderful. So compassionate, and we've been through a lot. But as me, I'm like, I don't want to make it seem like I'm a bad mom. I don't want to make it seem like I'm a bad mom just quitting my job and not having no backup plan. So I ended up calling my sister, letting her know. I'm like, yo, sis, I'm going to quit my job. She's like, what you mean? I'm like, I just can't do it. Like, I broke down crying. And I tell you guys in these videos, like, I'm like, I got to go to work. And I'm like, I'm trying to hold back tears. Who cries going to work for a job that they like? It's just something that comes over me where I'm just like, I can't put on a face for these people. Yes, I'm only taking phone calls, but I can't do it. I just can't do it. So she's like, are you going to be able to make, I said, I'm not going to be able to make it the 2-week notice. I would like to go back to my full-time job in the future when I'm right. But I said, I'm not going to be able to make a 2-week commitment of fighting this feeling that I have going into work. She said, well, put in your she said, write up a letter. So I just pulled up a resignation letter off of, the internet and just copy and paste it. Now that letter, hold on. Okay. Yeah, go. As y'all can see, I'm kind of miserable. Why is she... No, get down. Get. No. You guys don't have to come back and forth. Okay. So she was like, do what you gotta do, sis. She's like, worst comes to worst. If you can't find another job, she's like, take some time off for you. And I'm like, true, but I'm like, I said, sis, I already called out 1 week. And here goes my psychiatrist saying, no, you need to go back because the longer you're away. So I felt like I didn't have any type of help, I don't have any type of help. And I'm like, this is my last resort, just to quit and not even have a capability of going back. So I wrote up this letter, copy and pasted it. And I said, you know what, sis, what I'm going to do is, this is on Monday. My manager doesn't work on Mondays. I said, I'm going to hold off and I'm going to speak to my manager on Tuesday. And she's like, okay, cool, She's like, you'll be okay. You got money saved up. You got your 401k. You'll be fine. Now, money throughout this whole thing is not an issue for me. I'm prepared for like a year altogether, more than a year of being on my minimal spending, okay? I have more than a year worth between like my 401, if I do have to withdraw from my 401k and, my current savings, my current emergency fund, or just, I would say just current savings. So, I cried, after speaking with her, I felt so much better. I was just like, you know what, Candace, you got this. This is what you need. You need something different. But as I was thinking about it, I'm like, Candace, you put 8 years into this job. It's not the job. It's not the job. It's not the job, because I used to have issues waking up to go to Amazon. I used to have issues waking up to go to Kohl's. It's not the jobs. It's me and my mental health, y'all. And I'm like, Candace, what you're going to do is reach back out to your psychiatrist. So this is what I ended up doing. Monday night, I was doing a lot of thinking. And I'm like, you know what? I know I don't want to go the medical route. Well, let me just let him know, because he told me to go back to work, and I basically, messaged him. I said, hey, I attempted to go back to work, and I totally shut down. And I said, I can't do it anymore. Q, tell me how to get off the medication, because I'm not going to have insurance for a while. Who knows what my next insurance will be. Who knows how much it's going to cost? Who knows if I'm going to be able to see him directly, right? Because right now I get to see a psychiatrist and psychologist, all of that for free with my job. So I'm like, yo, I'm not going to be able to see you anymore, because I'm putting in my I said I'm going to be putting I'm going to be putting in my resignation as of tomorrow, which is Tuesday. So Q, please tell me how to wean myself off of these medications. So, didn't hear from him. Tuesday morning rolls around. He was like, oh, no, how about you wait and we'll talk about this. Now, he's like, it may turn into long-term disability or short-term going into long-term. And he was like, don't do anything just yet. He said, I know it's hard. He said, trying to find another job during this virus pandemic is going to be hard. So I wouldn't say quit. That's what he said. So I don't know what the plan is, but just know that I almost put in my, I almost quit my job, y'all. I almost quit my job. And it was the saddest thing, because I love my job. I love my job. I love everything that comes with it. And I told him, I said, I've been there for 8 years. I said, I don't know if it is the job, but when I have to be honest with myself, it's not the job. It's just me having to put on a front for people when I'm not happy. That's hard. That's so hard. And I keep saying this, as I get older, it just seems like everything just seems to get harder for me. So yeah, y'all. If you guys see like my comments, I'm not really responding back. I'm like putting like a thumbs up and a heart, but I just feel like I'm so anxious when I feel like I love commenting back to everyone. I really do. But right now I'm just trying to take it easy. I'm not getting notifications of every time a comment comes through. I think that used to get me worked up as well. So I'm sorry if you guys don't see me commenting back to you individually, but just know I am reading everybody's comments. And I know people mean well. When you talk about your depression, right? When you talk about your depression or what you're going through, because people can't see it, and everybody deals with their own situations differently. And I just feel like, not that I was being attacked, but like, I'm just like, people don't know me. Like, I come onto these videos, but people don't know me. And I'm just like, some comments I look at and I'm just like, do you even watch my videos? To know, like, these are people that I have never seen comment on my videos before, but they're here to say something. And I'm just like, I know I'm a strong person, but I just felt like I'm getting that's my mindset, right? And I'm just like, I'm not thinking right. I'm thinking people are attacking me when they mean well. Like, I have to, like, my whole thought process right now, y'all, is just like, I just don't want to deal with anybody. And it hurts me. Like I was telling Jamez yesterday, he's like, you're the one who sets that expectation. You're the people that comment don't expect for you to comment back to them. I said, but I've done it for so long. He said, but you set that expectation. You set the bar up this high. And now I feel bad that I'm not going to be doing the same thing anymore. Like commenting back. I'm just not at that mental state right now, y'all. But yeah, I don't know what's next. I don't know. I have my appointment with him on the 18th. What's going on with Amazon? I don't know, because if I go on short-term disability, I won't be working at Amazon, but I do have to do my videos. So I will do that for like 3 hours. I'll probably do that this week. And then my appointment with him is on the 18th, which is supposed to be on my first day at Amazon. So I don't know what's next. I told my sister's like, what are you gonna do? I'm like, I don't know, because I still am gonna do what I need to do, because what if, my short-term disability doesn't get approved? I still need to have a backup. I still want to work at Amazon. So I will still do that, and I can always quit at any time I want. So I told her I'm going to have to keep it, as a backup. I only have to work 3 shifts per month. But while this whole process, because if you guys don't know, when you apply for certain things, it takes time to get approval, And I just don't want to be moneyless at all, I just don't want that to happen. And I don't know, y'all. I feel fat. I feel like I want to work out, but I'm to keep telling myself, Candace, what's gonna change, So I'm just negative inside to myself, and it really does hurt. It hurts because it's very frustrating. But I just wanted to give you guys some updates. Yeah, I almost quit my job, y'all. I almost quit my job. But my psychiatrist told me don't do anything just yet. We'll talk it over in our appointment. He has a family thing, so he's like, I don't think I'm going to be able to get you in earlier. And the other thing that got me, I told him I was out of work for a week already. So if you guys don't know, when you do like short-term disability or anything like that, or like long-term disability, usually it starts off with short-term and then it turns into long-term. But there's a 1-week waiting period. Now, my frustration comes in because I told you I was off for a week. You said, Candace, go back to work. I worked an hour and a half on Monday. So now, guess what? My 1-week waiting period starts from Tuesday of this week until Monday of next week, which I could have been in my waiting period. My waiting period would have been already gone with the first week I called out. And I'm just like, this is the same thing all over again. This seems to always happen. Like, it happened with my mouth when I did my wisdom teeth, and when my numbness and and the pain from my wisdom teeth getting removed. And this happened the previous time when I got on short-term disability. Like, oh yeah, go back to work. But I'm like, yo, I was already off of work, and you told me to go back to work. So I'm following what you're telling me. And now you're making me, basically, if I get approved, or if that's what you're telling me you're wanting to do. He didn't say anything. He just told me don't quit yet, So I don't know what's happening. But I am going to stick with Amazon. But it's just like that frustration. Like, yo, you're making me, if you're trying to put me in for short-term disability, you make me lose 1 week worth of pay already. Because I already had my waiting period already out the window. That was in this past paycheck. So it's just like, I'm frustrated, y'all. I'm very frustrated. And, but you know what? Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Because whether or not, if I have my job or not, I'm going to be good. Whether he tries to put me in for a short-term disability, I'm going to be good. I'm gonna be good regardless. I got Amazon, so I'll still have income coming in, and I just want to, take it easy. And with Amazon, I don't have to deal with customers, but it's still a struggle to even get up, to come downstairs, to cook, to shower, to clean my house. And like I said, everybody's depression is different, and people that come and want to voice their opinion, sometimes it's okay to just be quiet and say, I hope the best for you. Not everything's about advice giving. And yeah, I do these things on the internet, but it's just to show real life. I don't know. Just keeping it real. Y'all know that don't make any sense. So I will talk to you guys soon. I don't know when I'll do my next video, but once again, I'm sorry that I'm not commenting back, but believe me, I am reading all comments. So I will talk to you soon. Bye.